Hello, it's the People Mentor. So today I'm popping in to talk about grief in the workplace and how to support your team member in the workplace. Grief is natural and we've seen a lot of it in the last 2 years and more. So getting it right is really important. So some things to think about and 3 tips to help you. When your employee rings you or comes in and tells you that someone close to them has passed away. First of all, listen to the language they've used and echo that language back. There's nothing more upsetting to someone than using language that doesn't fit with how they feel, and it's really important that we get that right. So active listening at this point is really key. The second point is, when they tell you what's happened, offer them support. Is there a close team member who could go and get them some food or help with babysitting? Bearing in mind that we do have to think of all the regulations out there, but just make sure that you're offering them support in any way you can. And bear in mind as well that you are not trained as a grief counsellor. So it's really important you signpost them to the right organisations, which will really help them. Now, you can't force somebody to go and ring them or go and see them because that's their decision, but you can give them the options. The next thing to think about is making sure that your team and you send a card with thoughts. I can remember receiving a card and some flowers when my father passed away, and it really made me feel valued, and that was so important to me. It's nice to know that you're being thought of and that people actually care. So that's another tip to follow. Another tip is to stay in touch and agree how you're going to do this. Now, it's really important that some managers think you use messages or emails, and if that suits the person at the time, it's probably okay. But personally, I would want to have a telephone call, or if I live nearby, perhaps meet them occasionally for a cup of coffee, especially if they're going to be off for any length of time, because you need to keep that two-way conversation going. You need to understand what support they need. So why are these tips really important? Well, the thing is, the more we support our employees, the more we get them back into the workplace quicker. The more we support them, we make sure that we are getting the best for them and for us. I've seen grief cases where they've not been supported, and instead of taking a few weeks off, they've taken off months. That probably could have been sorted right at the beginning with the right support and help, and for a manager to really listen to them. Want to know more tips? Then listen to my podcast, which is found on iTunes, Podomatic, Spotify and Google. Thank you. That's it for today. The People Mentor signing off.